What's good, family? It's your boy Ferb, 1/3 of the Whistle Gang podcast, part of the Nana Empire podcast family network. And man, I'm back with another episode. This is a special one, man. I call him Mysterious Tommy, man. This dude is known in every sports world, all over the place. But a lot of people don't know his story. A lot of people don't know who he is. So hopefully today we'll get some of them answers, man. We like to welcome to the show Mr. Tommy Nello. What's good, baby? How you?
Good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Listen, I've seen you on Facebook for a while. I've seen you at a couple of games, and I'm just like, yo, who is this dude, man? At always on the field, fucking at WrestleMania, I mean, just everywhere. Like, who are you, man? Like, where did you come from? Who are you, man? What's up?
I'm out here in Cali, down here near LA. Just a big fan of the Niners, big fan of WWE, and trying to put out dope merch for the faithful. That's about it.
Gotcha, gotcha. How? So, when did you become a Niner fan? How did you become a Niner fan?
I became a Niner fan back in the 90s, man. You know, the Steve Young, Jerry Rice era.
Yup.
Actually living out there in Buffalo at the time. I'm from LA. I was born in LA, but we moved back in the mid 90s, and I lived out there for a few years with my pops and his fam. And that's when those are my first memories of football. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's just the Niners, man. I don't know if it was the red and gold or I didn't want to root for the Bills because they was losing all them Super Bowls. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was the golden era, and I forgot, man. Cause obviously we were just in Buffalo together, and I forgot that you said you had lived in Buffalo for a little
Yeah.
while.
Huh?
That was a dope connection. Buffalo was a vibe. We had some fun out there in Buffalo.
I just came back from there a few days ago. I go out there every year and visit my pops. He's buried out there. So every August before the season, I go out and talk to him
That's
for a little
dope.
bit, and then we come back and get ready for the season.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you mentioned WWE. Is that just something from a kid, and you just never let it go? You just followed all the way through, or?
It was definitely some years we took off, man. Back in probably like high school. I think a lot of people stopped watching it, and then I hadn't watched it till the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, that was the only thing on TV.
Just in the crib doing nothing.
It was the only thing on TV. So I kind of got back into it. And now, I mean, I started I was going to all these shows, collecting all this footage. I was just making like reels, but I started posting like small footage from different segments,
Yep.
and my TikTok kind of took off. And now I'll go to shows and I'll just continue to put out the content. But yeah, WWE's definitely been in my heart since I was a kid, and probably will be forever. Will be forever.
Did you speak at Hulk Hogan's funeral?
I was there in LA though when he came out and everyone booed him.
They were booing him?
Yeah, that was crazy.
What, because of the political stuff?
Medical stuff, comments he's probably made, but I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, how you gonna boo Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan?"
dude's a legend. Dude's a legend. Who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
Man, Razor Ramon, R.I.P.
The Razor's Edge. He used to
Yeah.
put him up on that shoulder,
Yep.
the
Yeah,
bad guy, and he used to walk around the toothpick.
Yep, that's my all-time favorite, man.
That's different. You know, most people like me, obviously, I grew up watching wrestling too in the 90s. I would probably say Hulk Hogan was probably my favorite growing up. It's Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior. But I mean,
Yeah.
that was the time that I grew up in, you know what I mean?
There was like a couple years before me, like before I started watching. So by the time I started watching, Hulk was already like in WCW.
Yeah. See?
It was more like, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart for me, then Stone Cold, The Rock, the attitude.
Yeah. So I was out of the game by then. I was
The
I
attitude.
was out of the game by then. But going back to football, did you ever play football or anything like that in school?
I played in high school. I played junior and senior year. We wasn't any good. Fun fact though, Ken Norton Jr. was our linebacker coach.
Shit. That's
So this
dope.
was right before he went to USC with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
And yeah, we didn't win. I think we won one game in 2 years.
Yeah, he
We
had
just
to get up out of there. He like, y'all killing my
yeah,
reputation.
he left like halfway through the season, I remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't be a part of this no more.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
Played O-line and D-line, I was still pretty big. I was like my height back then. And when they put
I'm
me on
about to start.
O-line, that's when I was like, man, I ain't trying to block for nobody. It wasn't fun. Being an O-lineman wasn't fun for me. So I never really had the love for the game like I did when I was younger, like playing in the street and shit back in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So it was a little different.
Yeah.
Plus we was making music too. So
Gotcha. So football, the Niners, how many games a year do you go to?
This will be the 3rd year in a row I've been to every home game. I'm planning on going to every home game. I haven't been to every single game yet. I think I missed like 1 or 2 last year, like away games.
Yep.
This year, I'm definitely missing like 3 or 4 away games. I got other things I gotta, handle with actually with wrestling. And, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm definitely at every home game though. That's been happening for about, this will be the 3rd year for sure.
Sweet. Season ticket holder or no?
No, not a
Why
season ticket.
not? You like damn near family with the Yorks and stuff.
I mean, if I could get in, I could get in. So I'll leave it at that.
Gotcha. Say no more. Say no more. What's like one of your favorite memories with the Niners?
At Levi's or in general?
Period. Yeah, in general.
Man, to be honest, it's got to be the game I took my son up to.
Nice.
Year we lost to the was it the Rams in the NFC Championship?
Yep.
But that game, the Monday night game against the Rams, me and my son, we drove up there. I was driving for like Lyft and Uber at the time, and we just took a little trip. It was his first time there. He don't really like sports, but I tried to, spend some time.
Hell
And
yeah.
we went up there. I think we had lost 5 in a row, or we won 5 in a row. But anyways, that's the game when Debo, he scored. He had the chain.
Yeah.
You remember the big chain? And
Yeah.
we didn't even have seats. We were just standing around. We didn't have seats. And I looked, and you could feel like the energy at the stadium. It felt like candlestick. And I looked, and I saw him on the screen, and I was like, "Damn, I got to make that a pin," because I had already made a pin before, not a Niner pin,
Yep.
but like people in the hack community were making their own pins, and I was like, I was trying to find my niche, and I've been collecting pins, loving pins since I was a little boy. So
Yep.
that was the day that I got the idea to make that pin. That was our first pin. And yeah, that's the moment I guess I could say changed my life, because ever since from then we've been putting them out for 3 years consistently.
So yep. So we were going to get into that. So you took us right into that. So a lot of people don't know obviously you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur. You have a business of pins. I know for 49er pins, but I'm assuming you do wrestling pins as well, right? You do, right?
We just started that company. We just started, me and my buddy Alan Owens, we just started a wrestling pin company about
Okay.
like 3 months ago. It's called Owens Pins. And we try to put out new pins every Saturday like we do with the Niners. But yeah, people in the wrestling community don't a lot of people don't know that they like pins until they get a pin,
Yep.
collect a few, and then it becomes almost like addicting. So we're still trying to get people to realize like these are pins, these are cool, you can wear them on like, people are like, where do I put it? I would say anything you could poke a hole through. So
Hell
your
yeah.
hat, your shirt, your jersey, your purse, whatever, anything you could.
Posters on the wall, whatever.
Yeah, you get we got cork boards, just
Yep.
you collect them.
And collect them. So now how do you come up with the designs or the ideas for your pins?
Sometimes we'll take photos, like moments from, like we just did the catch. Like here, I'll show you this right here. We did this, we did this, and
That's dope.
or we'll do like my favorite ones. The design are the Halloween pins we put out every year. Like this year is probably like my favorite set series that we're gonna put out, and I'm super excited for that. So like I'll just come up. Like I feel like being in the music business and being a rapper. Like earlier, like a lot of my pins have puns to them. So it's like sourdough Sam, and then we'll do like the Labubu, but it's like even if it's not in the name, like because
Yeah.
Labubu got orange fur, like shit like that. Like
Hell yeah.
there's so many I can't even think of it off the top right now. Like Michael Myers, like
I seen the Michael Myers one. Yeah. And I know you got the fuck Dallas one, the
yeah, so
Kittle
like
one.
those are pictures or like a moment, and then we'll draw it up, or we'll come up with some crazy shit like the Debo one when he's had like the 19, we had the glitter on it. So it's like we definitely got to stay like creative and consistent with it. That's like a big part of it, a huge part of it, and got to be ahead of schedule too because they take some time to get here. So if I want to be ready for the season like this year, I'm already like getting stuff in rotation in like early summer, like.
Damn, that's right. You gotta plan ahead.
Yeah, we probably only got like, and then in the off season I'll come up with a couple things and we'll put them out. We don't put out every Saturday in the summer. In the summer, I'm going to a lot of the pop-ups. People have like the barbecues and the pop-ups, and they'll invite
Yep.
me to come out. Like I've been in the Bay like probably like 20 times. My car's over 40,000 over the lease.
I can help you with that, bro. Just don't turn it in. You good. Just trade it
Yeah,
in. You
sweet.
good. Don't worry about those miles on the lease. And I miss you in San Diego too. I don't know how. We on the ship,
You was there?
everything. Yeah, remember you said you was on the you
Yeah,
was
so
on
many
the
people told me that they were like there and that they didn't even come downstairs.
I didn't realize the vendors was down on the lower level.
What's crazy is I did pretty good, like, for the what, 2 hours it was, and I was like, "Okay, it was worth coming down here," and then when I found out that so many people didn't come down,
Did
I was
not come down, bro.
Yeah,
So you could have really crushed it. But
man,
that
yeah,
was
that was pretty good for a 2-hour show.
hell yeah.
People
But the
showed
cool thing about it that's dope, like when you tell the story, like you literally came up with the business with your son. So now how old is your son now?
He's 15. Actually,
Is
we
he
already had the FN4S. With the FN4S, we that was a business I had already started
yeah,
maybe like 3 years before the pins. We were selling vintage 49er gear. A lot of people know me from selling vintage gear,
adventures.
like vintage shirts, memorabilia. So the FN4S, we've had that since 2018. And then like I would post stuff on my story, and then if people like it, I'd ship it to them. But the first pin came out in 2022. Yeah, so that's we've been doing it since then. And yeah, he's 15 now. In the beginning, he would help me out. You know, he'd be in here, we working. But now, you know, man,
He at
he's in
that
his
age, now
teens,
he's smelling
years,
himself
that
now.
age, like he's doing his thing.
So he's not wrong with
So
that. Not wrong with that, man. So recently, obviously, being an entrepreneur, a hustler, you always dropping new things. So now you're back somewhat into the gear because you're dropping shirts and stuff. And I
yeah,
try to get my hands on 2 shirts 2 weeks in a row, and they sold out.
man.
What's
The
up with
gang,
that? Yeah,
man, we did a couple shirt. I don't really do like merch like that. You know, if I come up like the Juwan shirt we put out last year, it sold,
yeah,
and then did the eyes shirt. Like, I try to put out at least 1 or 2 shirts a year. But the gang one, yeah, I gotta keep coming up with stuff where I can't use. You know, I gotta use certain slogans. I can't use certain things. I can't. So I was like, okay, gang, let's just put it out. If you know, you know, you know. So it came out with the white one. It sold the red one, and now we're gonna do the rivalry colors one. So
you
I
said
gotta
that.
I gotta send you one.
Please, I'll pick it up in Seattle if it's available, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll pick it
we
up
probably
in week one. I mean, week
you'll,
3 too at the home opener. Something.
hopefully it'll be ready by week 3.
Okay.
I got a
Okay.
couple hats dropping too with new era in certain locations.
That's dope. That's dope. So, do you keep it limited? Because obviously, you know, what I mean, somebody you get something that's hot, they'll just keep selling it, have everybody have it. Is that your way of keeping it exclusive by making only a certain amount of shirts and pins and different things like that?
The shirts, I'd say for the most part, like we'll do the white, then you know we just move on to the next one. You know, it's like
Yeah.
our slogan is kind of like "Don't sleep." Like you know, like it sells out quick. You gotta be on it. So I mean, I could restock, but in my mind is always like racing and coming up with new shit. So I was like, I'll just go to the next one, which is the next colorway. So
Hell yeah.
but the pins, most of them, when we first started, a couple of them were limited, like they'd be numbered on the back. But then, you know, being the businessman and the hustler side of my mind was like, damn, like there's so many people that are faithful. Like till this day, I probably haven't even touched 10% of the faithful, you know? Like so I just figured like, damn, this is what I want to do. I love doing it. So if I just keep restocking, you know, that's all money I'm leaving on the table if I make it limited. So some of them are limited,
Yeah.
but most of them are not. And we restock them and, you know, so everyone can get a chance to get them.
To
But
get the
we do
pin.
make some limited that are numbered. We probably got at least 10, 15 that are numbered on the back that we don't restock because they're limited edition.
Cool. So getting back to football with the season starting, Brock Purdy getting paid this offseason, Salah's back in the mix. What's your thoughts on the team this year?
At first I didn't really have high hopes, but you know, maybe that was just like the off season. I don't know, I call off-season depression kick in for a little bit. But, you know, yeah, we got Salah. I mean, I guess the thing that I'm really excited for is that easy schedule, the easiest
Yeah.
schedule. I mean, there's no easy wins in the NFL, but I mean,
No easy win. I was going to say that.
if we can't pull off at least 10, damn, like I don't know. But I mean, I'm definitely pumped up. I mean, what? We got 3 more days, 4 more days. So,
Can't wait to get to Seattle.
every season. I mean, last year was 'cause I always wonder like cuz when I started making the pins like we was hot, you know, went to the NFC Championship, Super Bowl, NFC Championship, and you know, people was buying everything, and business was great. And last season, after we kind of, you know, fell apart, it wasn't as great as it was like you know when we was like top tier Super Bowl. But I mean, the people still showed out, and they still show love, and that's one thing that I know for sure is that we are faithful, and we're always gonna love this team. So no matter what,
Yeah.
still gonna do me and put out dope shit regardless. And yeah, super pumped up for this upcoming season.
Yeah. That'd be the crazy thing though. Like with me obviously being in Charlotte and like having watch parties because I don't go to all the games. Like when the team is not good, people don't show up, bro. You be like, these fair weather ass fans. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm here every Sunday, no matter what. Like, I'm gonna be red and gold to the day I die. We could be 0-16. I'm out there screaming, bang, bang. You know what I mean?
I think it's a little different. I think with like merch, like people always buying football merch. Like that's one thing that's always in. But like what you're saying, like for sure, like I was part of a chapter, the Saloon Squad in LA. And those years, man, like I didn't even show up a couple weeks, man. Like it was empty. Like that's just how it is. Like people don't want to go to games, spend money on games, when the team is losing so that's why sometimes, a lot of these teams that aren't good, the stadiums be empty. Baseball team, all sports, that's how it
Empty.
is.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Do you see us getting that 6 this year or
Oh, man, I mean, I guess I hope. I would love it for it to happen. If Purdy can be on top of his game and not having to run around, I know they say the O-line's a little shaky, but I mean, I think we have enough to make it as far as we need to be, whether it's winning another 6 or just staying consistent, keep building and keep, staying together. But a lot of our captains are getting a little older, Kittle, Trent, but we still got a lot of great players too. Shit. I mean, Bosa, they're still young. The defense is young, man. Salah has to get these guys. He can't be worse than last year. Injuries. Injuries is the only thing that can. And I mean, I know we've already had them before the season, so hopefully that's like I don't know
get them
something.
out the way?
Yeah, get them out the way. But I mean, shit.
Get
Uh,
them out the way.
we stay healthy. The healthiest team wins the Super Bowl. I say, not the best team, the healthiest team.
That's
But
100% facts. The Eagles last year, they had, I think, out of 22 week 1 starters starting the Super Bowl. They was only missing like 2 players from week 1. So that's 100% facts, what you're saying right there. 100% facts. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So I appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming on this podcast, joining us, telling us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people how they can find you, how they can support your business.
if you want to follow me on IG or TikTok, it's just Tommy Nello. And the website is FN4S, the number 4.com. If you want to get some pins, some shirts. We do it just for the faithful. And I appreciate you having me on here, bro.
Yeah, man. We'll put the link to the website and everything in the description of the pod. I appreciate you coming on board, man. I can't wait to see you this weekend up in Seattle. We're going to have fun. We're going to turn up with Abel, the 408, have some fun out there. Seattle faithful, man. We're going to kick their ass, man.
Yeah, we got a good record over there. I don't think I've been there. This will be the 4th year in a row. I think I've been there. I think we've won every time.
Yeah, Seattle. And I like the city, too. It's a dope little vibe out there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be as cold as it's usually as it
I was
has
going to
been.
say, like, this is the first time I'm going that it's like
It's going to be
September.
yeah. It's always like Thanksgiving or like November. So
Correct.
gotta get
Correct.
some good seafood or something.
Correct. Go to the Pike with the Pike Fish
Yeah.
Market or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, definitely gonna be out there, man. But yeah, appreciate you joining the pod. For everybody out there, make sure that you are locked in. You are subscribed. You're following the Whistle Gang podcast for all your Nana Empire information or your 49er information. We will be dropping Friday the annual season preview episode. Comes out Friday, so make sure you locked in. You follow us on all social media platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Other than that, appreciate you coming on board. Whistle Gang Podcast out. Peace.
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it. Thank you very much.